All right. Oh, let me move my mic a little closer so you can hear me better. I'm going to now put this back onto YouTube so I can see any comments. Sorry for that person last time on Tuesday who came and I did not respond. Hopefully I'll be better today. Again, the same issue. I have not put in a bug here. Let me actually report that right now. Um, I wonder, I probably should clip it and then report it, but that's okay. I'm just gonna see this for now as another demo. It's not loading, just it wants to show my view distance at 103 out of 700 of that's what I want, 700. However, if I just hit escape, you can see clearly even on the escape menu, it's loading everything up, and now it's not foggy. Even now, my effective distance is only 564 when I want 700. So if you just gotta wait a little bit longer, it'll just keep loading up until it gets there. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why. So I'm not gonna bother right now to figure that out. Because yeah, I just don't know. Let's see, it's part of the game. Brief summary, fog, or no, display. How should I word this? Um, View distance. View distance is not loading properly. Lock world regularly only shows 100 view distance out of 700. But when I hit escape, the view distance increases. Lots of fog. All the fog disappears. So I'll probably just write that and then maybe I'll add I can only add screenshots, huh? I was thinking of adding a video. Maybe I'll just put this on Reddit or something to show what's happening, what's going on. But I'll just do this for now, submit. And to me, that's a bug because like if the game is loading properly, like my computer is perfectly fine. It's capable of creating that view distance, no issue. But when I go to someplace new, it gets, reduces down a lot and it never loads back up. However, all I have to do is escape and everything loads. Like why? Why is that happening? I don't understand. And just annoying. All right, anyway. We gotta do stuff today. We have a lot to do. We're going to do a lot of cleanup. That's what I just said on Tuesday, and that's what we will be doing. I learned that you can have densities be their own JSON file, which is really nice. So I can probably start separating this a lot. I don't know if it's going to break if we put these into their own folders. I kind of want them to be their own folder though, so that way it kind of is even more clean, separate of what. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, yeah. So it said removed. Um, I don't know what's gonna happen now. So let's go load up more of the world. So these chunks haven't been loaded yet. I put the distance really low, or the city distance really low, so I can load up a bunch of cities and test this. But let's go northwest. Let's see if that broke it. In fact, this thing was um, the city positions. So if it can't load up the density anymore, it will just break. Because yeah, here's my city positions, right? Every 1,000 blocks I should have a city, and we'll find out right now. So oops, I want M. All right, let's go northwest. There we go. It should be really, really easy and fast to find a city here. Oh, okay. No, it seems fine. Like, even if I have it in a file, or a folder, it can still see the file. It's fine. However, this place did not load a keep, which is problematic. Let's just go one place over, one city over, and see if that's just because of the density function that broke, or if it's actually um, something that happened with moving the density folder. Oh, it's fine. There's another one there. Okay, so it should be fine. Um, we're going to let's go back to. I don't want to like travel too far out because I don't want to make this world file too large. I've already seen it's already like 5 GB or something like that because I've been traveling out to like, this is minus 10,000, minus 10,000. So we're traveling pretty far for these cities just for testing. But it doesn't really matter. I should probably reload the whole world. I wonder if I reload the whole world that it will just reset the file size. But I'm not sure. Oops, cancel. Don't do anything like that. All right, so we're gonna open up another node editor. I want a few because we're probably going to we're gonna copy paste over lots of different files. So right now we have the test file, Realms test, that has all the stuff in it, but now I'm going to separate them all into their own folders files. So like right here, this is all of the street stuff, and I can easily move that over to another one. So what we're going to do is open up, again, we're going to open up another node editor. We're going to change this into, this is a demo workspace, but we want a assignment. We're going to change it to an assignment. And then we're going to open this one up to Realms. We're going to just create this, copy this, and we're going to open this up. This should be an assignment, paste. And there we go, it's all here. And then we're going to, do I need to export this? I don't think I need to export. Yeah, I think this is already going to be exported. I just need to set this to the root node and export this as street assignments. And that will be okay, I'm pretty sure. And I say I'm pretty sure because this what is it? This does reference a bunch of different functions from different files, and I hope that it's able to load them all up and get them working properly. Okay, so this is again street assignments. We're going to, I don't think I need to, we need to save this though, save as. We're going to go up to Hytale generator, assignments. We're going to do city, and we're going to do street assignments. And then we're going to go back to, oops, nope, we're going to go back to realms. We're going to now delete this. And we're going to go to import. Street assignments. Okay, and that should work. Save. 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 All right, so I just reloaded everything. Let's see if it works still. We'll head straight north this time, since there does seem to be a lot of cities nearby. It doesn't matter what direction I go in. Let's just go north and load up some of the world here. Uh-oh. Guess what happened? It broke. There's no walls. Walls are part of that street assignment, so it does not know about them. Um, that's a problem. It should have worked. Street assignments. Street assignments. I might be importing it wrong. Assigned. It's an assigned. Okay, that's what it is. Of course. So it's an assigned one. Prop distribution will be a constant prop distribution. No. I mean, the assignments should be constant. It should be imported prop distribution, right? That's what it should be. It can't do that. Prop distribution is imported prop distribution, right? What's the assignment? Weighted sandwich field function constant. Assigned prop distribution. What's the assignment? I thought assignments were these, right? So I have a union. No, wait, what? So these assignments cannot be a union. This is a union though, because the file itself is a union prop distribution. Prop distribution. So what's the assignment supposed to be? All right, I guess I need to look it up. We have world generation, technical Hytale generator, and then we have assignments, right? Constant field function sandwich, imported, weighted. Huh? Is that on it? Or is it prop distribution? I see. Assigned assigns all empty positions coming from the child prop distribution using the assignments. All non-empty positions are left unchanged. Assigns all props to the empty positions. What? Constant. Pairs a prop with every position. I feel like this right here should just work. Prop distribution. All right, I need to think about this again. Maybe it has to do with this one. My prop distribution is not a constant. I mean, it's just a union of these constants. And this is the root node. I mean, is it a sign prop distribution? Let me look one more time. All of these are deprecated though. So I don't know if this will work. We'll go to the density because we don't need this one. This one's okay. Kind of. That's actually still needs to be looked at again. But we'll open up the Boreal one. Let's just open up any of them. Field function assignments. So yeah, like they have just anything and it's just exported. As long as this is the root, it seems like you could probably just put anything at the top. Weighted assignments. Yeah, I don't. Hmm. Weighted assignments though. It is an assignment. While mine. Yeah, it doesn't like the union. Okay, okay. So wait, did I just break it? Yeah, I just didn't want to open it anymore because it broke it. Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine then, I guess. We need assigned prop distribution. This is an assignment. This is a prop distribution. I wonder what will work then. Should I make this the root node? And I'll just go to this one. Does this need to be filled out though? Assign prop distribution. Assign prop distribution. Assigns all empty positions coming from the prop distribution using the assignments. All non-empty positions are left unchanged. I don't think, yeah, I don't know. All right, so again, we have street assignments. This is the root now. We're gonna do imported assignments, street assignments, realm test, save, street assignments saved. All right, failed to load assignment asset. It doesn't like this one. It needs an assignment there. Ah, why isn't this working? So this is the only two it likes, though, huh? I can't have a runtime as my root, right? It won't like that, will it? Unless I just go like this. Can I import? I can't import it. It has to be done through here. Oh. All right, set as root. Paste this street assignments. We'll save this, and it doesn't like that, huh? Hmm. What if this is the root? Will it be okay with this? It's okay with that. It just doesn't like. So does that work though? Street assignments, which one? North to east, north to south. What roads here? North to south roads. We have this. Let's head back. Um, no, let's just go. Keep going this way, west. All right. So when this part loads, let's see if we get some north to south roads, or any kind of. What is it? Nope. Doesn't look like it's loading. All right. Doesn't seem to have helped. I wonder if I should just do a viewport here so I don't have to constantly make new chunks. Man, I was really hoping to clean this up so I don't have to have all of this in that one file. So assignments are like the old way of doing this, I guess, and this so they changed it to prop distribution instead of assignments. Let's look at assignments again. Oops. An assigned prop distribution though, like I wonder if this, because it's using an old system, it just doesn't even know which ones it's able to attach to. But it is, you know, put onto the assignment function, which is correct. Union prop distribution, constant assignments. Like I want constant prop distribution, so I don't want props. An assignment. Field function assignments. And then if I leave that empty, what's going to happen again? Assigned. Assign props to the empty positions. What if I just leave it blank? Oh, I want something there. What if I just leave nothing? Like a cuboid that's empty. Is that okay? Probably not, because it probably wants like one. Now, assignment asset. Fail to load the assignment assets. Is that what this is? No. Probably with this. I mean, it doesn't have a locator, but that's fine because I don't want anything to print anyway. I don't know. Is there a new folder for prop distributions? Graphics, biomes, block masks? No, it's just assignments still. Hmm. But assignments are kind of gone and they've been replaced with prop distribution, so I don't know how to do it. Street assignments, right? Copy that. Paste that. Make sure it's the same. Go back to street assignments. Make this the root. Save it. And it doesn't like it, right? Is there a new thing I can do? World structures. Density, spawn positions, framework positions. I don't know. I don't think scanners would help at all. Assigns props to position field. I mean, oops, that's what this is, right? Constant prop distribution. Maybe, no, that can't be it, right? No. Is this imported POI density? But I don't think, like, it seems to be okay with the fact that I mean, this one was okay with it. Having this POI density, it was working. So it should be able to import that too. It very likely is just the fact that this is called a union distribution now instead of an assignment. And it's not able to do that, I guess. Oops. Is there another word for it, I wonder? I am a little sad if this isn't gonna work. Let's, let's look. Let's just try to Google something. Prop distribution. Or how about Hytale assignment change to prop distribution? Yeah, they're not gonna talk. There's not much to talk about, I guess. I wonder if I can use this somehow. Because it just says assigns all empty positions coming from the child prop distribution using assignment. So it has a field of positions, and using that field of positions, you're going to be doing a bunch of props. If there's any empty positions, it will just be like, hey, put them in the empty spots. Like that seems it could be useful. Combines all children, keeping their positions. Imports and exported prop distribution. Excuse me. Imports and exported one, right? This is importing and exported one. I wonder where the log files are. User data. Logs. Today is 26th, so this is it. Let's go way down. Or is this 914? Oh yeah, this is it. Took to reload. Error. Skip century exception. No codec registered for type union. It's probably what's giving me every single issue is with this union, the fact that it's trying to import a union. But that should be fine. It's just that it doesn't like assignments. So it looks like it's getting the street assignment JSON. That's fine. So that's good. It's loading it up. It looks into it and it finds union and it doesn't like that union type. Hmm. So yeah, it very likely is just that they deprecated assignments and changed it into deprecated assignments and changed it to prop distributions. And this prop distribution, the fact that I wanted it to be a assignment here is messing it up. So how do I now make it into a prop distribution? I wonder if I just open it up like this. Export S3 assignments. And then it goes immediately into this. Hytale assignments. Can I change this to prop distributions? I guess we're about to find out. Prop distribution. Save. I mean, I overrode it, right? But now in this, what is it called? Node thing, it's gonna change it again, isn't it? I'll get rid of you. Go away. Go away. If I'm curious though. All right. So I close this and I just have this prop distribution. This should be fine. Oops, didn't want that one. Street assignments still is that. Nothing's changed. I should probably remove this from assignments then. But if that's the case, then we can just go up to just go up somewhere, anywhere. Oh wait, no, I made a viewport here, so it should be okay, right? I made a viewport, yeah. In which case there's no streets or walls. That's unfortunate. If I save this though, again, it will reload it, right? No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. All right, so since I changed this to prop distribution, if I load it up, let's just use this one now. Oh, if I load it up, city assignments, demo workspace. Ugh, biome workspace. File open as this. No, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like any of them. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, there's more. Wait, what? It's the same ones. I'm having the same error. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. All right, well, time to report. Finger report, bug report, game, I guess, tools. Um, what is it? Node editor doesn't have a prop distribution workspace. I wanted to clean up my biome, I don't know, file. And I tried making the prop distribution nodes into their own file, just like how assignments used to be, but there is no workspace for prop distributions. So yeah, so it is unable to load. I mean, even though it's deprecated, can we do it? I guess there is. I guess that's fine. I don't know if this is clear or not, but I don't know how else to word it. You know, it's just the node editor doesn't have this workspace. That's it. I don't know what else to say. So we're gonna do that. Um, because of that, I wonder if I can do it like this. Oh no, I cannot. Assignment. Constant assignment. No, imported assignment, I mean. Imported assignment. Strip assignments. And then we'll go to street assignments. we're going to change it back. So I guess it can't even open, so it didn't overwrite it. I guess that's okay. We're gonna change this back though to assignments. Right, that's what it is. Yeah, it's assignments. So open street assignments. Open what? What if I do? I need to figure out the right one it is, huh? Assignments. Constant assignment, probably. If it's a type constant, it might be okay. Oh no, but where's all my stuff? All of these nodes. Uh-oh. I just might have lost all my nodes. I mean, they're there. I just can't open them. Unknown file, not encounter field prop distributions. Yeah, it just doesn't, it can't do it. So what am I gonna do? Can I? Which one is it? It's this one. I want to open it up. I want to change this into a biome. Can I just change this into a biome workspace? Because assignments is broken. So maybe if I just change it to a biome, I can load it up from there. Oh no, that was the wrong one. No, that was the wrong one. Yeah, this is now really bad because I've lost all of those nodes. Um, I guess I shouldn't have copied or deleted it. Not basic. What am I doing? I can't think. Can't think and talk. Test. I wonder if I can just copy. How do I take this data here and like put it into this one? Um, let's open up our biome. Plains one. Plains one realms. Oh, and this one needs to be now a union. Back to union. Three assignments union, and this is prop distribution here. All right, we're gonna save all that, and then we're gonna go to realms. We're gonna go to test. We already, or we're in test. Yeah, no, we just want to open it like as a text doc. Okay. All right, and then we need to go and find this runtime node. That's just has an imported prop distribution. Maybe we can find it. Imported. Find next. No, I want imported prop distribution. Imported prop. I wonder if this is gonna work. Nope. Imported prop. Find. Nope. Okay, we'll just go find next. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so how do I do this? So I just copy paste all of that stuff in there. It looks like it. I'm gonna try it. Um, this one. So is it the workspace ID? I don't think I need the workspace ID though. We're about to freaking find out. Yeah, no, I think. All right. We're just gonna take a leap of faith here. We're gonna start from right here. We're gonna start from here. Oops, no, here. Prop distribution node ID props. Props goes from here to here. Props. I see, and then that is that one. So there's a node ID. There's a type. Runtime 0. Prop distribution. Prop distribution there. Node type. So it's from. I need this union though too. I need this. Because I didn't do a union for like any of them, but I'm pretty sure this is how it will work. So I need this right here, and then we're going to highlight all of this. Every single bit of this. All 3,500 lines. These files to me are insane. No idea if this is like good. Good way of keeping all this data. Come on. 3,500. All right, here we go. We're gonna stop it here because I don't think. Where does that go to? Oh, I don't think I got everything. Yeah. Dang. It's okay though. I think it'll be fine. Links. Do I need that links at the bottom? That one goes to node editor metadata. So does that have a node editor metadata? Inside of here, it doesn't. I bet it's at the end. Uh, Dang. Alright, so where's the props? There's props again. So if I just copy and paste this in here without the metadata, is it gonna hate me? It might. I think I'm missing a curly bracket, but well, let's make a duplicate file, yeah? Make a copy. How do we make a copy? Isn't there a make a copy? Well, dang. No, that's that curly bracket. Okay, so we're okay with here. Alright, let's just do this again. Down to metadata, which is like 1,000 something. Oh, hi. I am reading chat. Oh, you know what? This is the same person and they had the same three messages. I am now suspicious of whether or not they're a bot. Where's that hard bracket? That one, prop distribution. I see. Copy. So these should be there. I see. This is probably going to not like it then. Um, it's probably going to be very upset. So let's try it. Realm test. Street assignments. Open up realm test. Hey, it just didn't do the metadata. Okay. It was okay. Let's see if we can get the metadata going. So I can kind of just let's see if this will work. So now I'm gonna need the metadata. Where is that? That is in street assignments. That is here. Copy. Nope. Regular test here. Then we're gonna do the metadata, which is down here. Metadata. We're going to do nodes under nodes. We're gonna add all this stuff now. You know, if it wasn't a bot, I'd be sad. But this is definitely a bot since they're just saying the same thing as yesterday and the same three messages. Kind of makes me sad. Floating nodes. Oh, floating nodes. Are those nodes that are just there but not being used? Maybe that's what it's talking about. So now we'll go to metadata down here. I'll just stick it in at the end of the metadata, right? Like right there, paste. It's probably one too many brackets now, huh? Doesn't like that. Come on. It can't be that many. Maybe there is. Yeah, that one is each one has it's a bracket closed and then there's no open bracket. So that one needs to go away. And then we have the comma, this one. Good, good, good. Let's go down now. Where does that one go to now? The node editor, the node, all the nodes plus now it closes the editor metadata. Okay, I think that's probably right. Let's just test it again. We're going to now open, test again. Biome, load workspace. Okay. The problem is that it looks like it's on top of everything else. So you know what I can, no, I can't do that though anymore. Oh man. Just do my best to unscramble this. Wow, what a waste of time this has been. I wanted, this spent an hour and I've done nothing because I've been trying to just get this back to normal. Oh my God. Oh, wow. How about I do auto positions? Yep, I'm fine with it. Let's see. I mean, it's functional. I don't like it, but it's okay. At least I can have it somewhat separate. So let me move some stuff around now for my own eyes. Okay, so that's all of that stuff. Um, we have a prop here. This is this prop, huh? This is my streets. I don't want this doesn't need to be a root though anymore. So get rid of this being a root. Union. I've always wanted to click on that button though, the auto position nodes. I've done it and it's not great. Let's see if we can do compact mode. Does that help at all to grab these? Kind of. I mean, it's kind of okay. It's kind of weird how it does this though. Let's see. we go. Got this one. These go up here. These go up here. Okay. All right. It's looking a little bit better. At least I got you back. Welcome back. I just grab them like this and move them way over. Oh, okay. Can you auto position nodes only for change all nodes positions? That would be a cool feature. If you can do auto position nodes for just a subset, like whatever ones you have selected, that will be much more useful. All right, let's see. This one, this one, this one's up here. This one's over here. This one's over here. Oops, nope, nope, don't do that. Okay, that's fine. Let's move this over here. Okay. All right. Now let's do this one. This one, this one, this one, this one. This one's down here. Come on. Move it. This one goes up here. This one goes up here. These two are over here. All of these can be moved up maybe a little bit. This one's right here, and these two are right here. All right. These up here. This one. This is right here. And here. Good, good. Okay, all right. I mean, I'm glad I did this to untangle that huge web, but this is also a little difficult to deal with. Come on, click, click. Oh geez, come on. This one is just looking nuts. All right, that's okay. This is good. We're good here, I think. Ah, oh, that's right. If I do compact mode, uncompact, is it gonna mess it all up? No, 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 it's good. It actually is fine. I forgot that I did it in compact mode though, to make it easier to grab everything. So no, this is good. This is good. This works out nicely. Okay. Okay, just move these down here, because that doesn't make any sense. This one, why is that one down there? Come on. That's fine, that's fine. These are should be down here though. Put everything with each other, you know? Like, that would make more sense. Instead of separating it all. Okay, I think I have a way of making this more efficient. Yes. All right. This I can deal with. This still can't deal with. And move these. Move this one there. Back this up. Back this up. Okay. Oh, and that field function's way down there. Let's move it back up there. Okay. Oh my gosh. Spent an hour trying to make my files look nice and failed. Well, I was going to spend the whole day trying to make them individual files, so I guess I can't do that. I might as well just do this. So that's, yeah, everything should be back to normal now, considering. Eh, there's no wall there though. Here, viewport radius. There we go. Oh, that was close. All right, we got roads, we got walls, we got everything. All right, nice, nice, good. That's fine. Let's go back to spawn and let's. Can I just do reload world, then reload raid? No, reload clear. Let's see actually if that reduces the file size, because that would be nice. I want, this is a good test here. Logs, let's go up to saves. This one, this is the save file, right? Universe, worlds, default. Probably chunks. 382 megabytes worth of chunks. All right, so let's see. That's most of this file. Worlds. So let's go through with this. Deleting chunks. Regenerating chunks. All right, while that happens, let's see what else is on our checklist. Remember, we have this giant checklist we're going through. We did this. We create assignments for everything. I couldn't do that, so we'll put that in parentheses because I literally cannot make those files right now. And then density fields for residential, industrial, commercial. We can do that. Let's do that, and let's just create different wool or different blocks for different things just to indicate if they are working or not. All right, let's see. Because as you know, we have like the purple wool and those other cuboids that we're using just to determine what's it called? To determine prop positions. So we can do that. We'll just do that with um, more stuff, with the industrial stuff now. All right. So that is going to be over here because these are separate. These are literally the streets. They don't need to be. They don't need to do anything. Uh-oh. Grab the wrong one. Nope. Come on. Grab that one. Put it there. And so these all can be. Wait a second. Can I collapse a group? I can collapse a group, can I? Oh, come on. I just want to highlight there. Streets and walls. Can you like make this smaller, right? Or no? I forget. Oh, that's also another nice feature. Maybe it's just one that I wanted that I haven't suggested to them actually um, yet. But that is one that they should do where these are collapsible. That would make um, the visual clearness of this so much easier to handle. All right, so let's do something similar with the rest of this section with what I did earlier, which is that I found out a method. You just take these, if a bunch are going down, you move them down. And then you select everything that you had before, and you can just move it all down again, and that becomes more centered. And then you can grab this, you can move it back up if you want. We don't want that one. All right, and then we can take these right here and move them all up. All right, so this is something. Move these down. I think these are for the, what's it called? I don't know if I want it to be like that. I think what I want is to change some of these over here. Yeah, like this. These are the cuboids that I just was talking about to determine whether it's a house or something else. And I'll have to basically adjust these. These are now going to be changing. There we go. That makes it a lot more clear of what's happening here. You can take all that, move that down, take all this, move it down. And then we can adjust this here. Or both. Thank you. All right, now we can lower these a little bit. These. This one can go up here. This one can go there. These can go down here. This one can be lowered a little bit. This can be more in the middle. And this can be out. Okay. So this actually does change a few things about how we're going to do this. Because right now I have simply every level. So whether it's level oh no, that's for city blocks. Where's my levels at? Do I even have levels? I don't know if I do. Okay, so this one is just for the level 10, huh? Okay, so I haven't implemented the levels yet. Okay. I mean, that's probably a good thing. So this is level 10, meaning that this is going to be um, a what's it called? A keep. So that's what that is. This is the keep. Um, and then all the other levels are gonna be here. Oh, max exclusive. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's move all of this then. We're gonna have to change this because now we have the keep here, and then let's put some stuff in for what do I want to do first? Well, let's do a map for the commercial, residential, and industrial. And how would I implement that? Because that would be regardless of level, right? Regardless of level. So I think it would happen here with this delimiter, after this delimiter. So everything between, so yeah, okay. I can determine the level first and then use, I want to use the same maps though. So the maps can be exported. That probably shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, we'll do this for 1 to 6.1 still. Let's do 7.1 because I've determined that inside the walls it will be 8, 9, and 10. And so 7 will be outside, so we'll include 7 now. And 7 will just be a regular plot of land. Then the city block, this city block code doesn't need to change. But what's going to change now is, yeah, all the city block stuff should be fine. That's, in fact, why, no, I need to first offset it. Yeah, I need to offset it like this. Yeah, okay. I can't simply, can't make this smaller. I need to make sure I explicitly state all of the offset values. So that's gonna be like that no matter what. But this is going to change a lot here. City block. Okay. Or each section of this is going to change a lot, huh? Okay. This value here is what's determining the size of the block. So here we have a place, so this is determining if it's a half, if it's a quarter, or if it's a whole building, because I want to have a variety of buildings, a variety of sizes of buildings, I should say. So that right there probably won't work. In fact, I might need to do the determination of commercial, residential, and industrial inside here. I could probably have I probably could have assignments or prop distributions for trying to 1 second, I'm trying to think. Do I want to reload it? No, I'm just gonna get out of here. No, don't save. Don't save. Definitely do not save that. Oh my gosh. All right. Street assignments. Get rid of that too. Those assignments don't even work. So this is the keep. We'll keep that up there. I think I need to do it before I implement this city block. So first, this is a delimiter though, and that's fine. So this will be here before this union prop, because this is a city block union prop, right? No, see, this is city block. Should be different. I'll keep it as city block though. This is more of a city block. So here we're going to do a density selector prop. The density is going to be, we'll just do a simplex noise for now and see what it gives us. This simplex noise is going to be called our RSI, residential, no, RCI, that's what it's called, right? RCI density. And this is going to determine whether or not it's a commercial, residential, or industrial area. But I have to think about this really, I have to really create good zones or regions that look natural and make sense. So you might have hubs of industrial stuff, right? You might have areas like, especially if I ever am able to do this, like if this is C, right, you're gonna have a port here where you're gonna import a bunch of stuff, and generally you're gonna have your industrial near that port because you don't want to ship the goods very far from the port. You want to go from the port straight to the manufacturer, right? And then you start manufacturing the stuff. So from here, industry tends to happen in hubs. You're not going to have far out sparsely. Whatever. You're going to have hubs of industry. And then next to it, you could have commercial next to the industry, because you don't want to ship the goods very far either. But sometimes commercial zones tend to be hubs as well. Commercial mixed with entertainment, right? So you might have some commercial, so we could have hubs of commercial entertainment, and everything in between can be residential, right? Because people want to live close to industry in order to, so they don't have to walk so far. But people also want to live close to commercial so they don't have to, walk so far to shop. So they want to walk to work and want to walk to shop. Especially because these old um, old cities. So if we're thinking medieval though, these factors of shipping distances still matter, because if you're hauling in a bunch of iron, right? So let's say they have some kind of mine over here and they're hauling in a bunch of iron. You're gonna have some kind of hub for distributing that iron, because I guess some company will own that iron and then they'll sell it to iron works around here. Or you're just gonna have an iron works. It's just gonna go straight to an iron works. But then you're gonna have blacksmiths or other people who are going to want to buy that iron and bring it back to their workspace. And so you could have, to me, it works as a blacksmith is a kind of industry. Um, so to me, it should be close to the metalworks. But it also people will live where they work that way back then, right? In medieval cities, a lot of people just work or live above their shop. And so you could have commercial hubs, like I'm imagining an old school marketplace, like a bunch of tents, right, in a giant plaza, right? You're gonna have that kind of marketplace. Um, so that will be a commercial hub. And nearby here, though, you might have some industry and residential for like blacksmiths next to the metalworks. So I guess it still would be. I can't imagine someone lugging a bunch of iron all the way to their home that's way over here and working on the metal. Maybe if they were super rich, definitely I can imagine some, I don't know, prestigious uh, armorer that works exclusively for the king inside their little inner walls, right? Then I can imagine a somebody hauling all this metal up there. But otherwise, I think commercial centers will be hubs, industry will be hubs, and there will be a bunch of residential in between these. Now, what that's going to look like is that this could be considered ones and negative ones in a simplex, right? Or rather negative one here, and this is a one, positive one. Um, Commercial can be like negative, industry can be positive, and then at a certain cutoff, or maybe even a gradient, we can have commercial and residential buildings, right? So like point 0.8, I can have blocks that contain both residential and commercial, and even multi-use, right? Multi-use kind of buildings, or even like large complexes, right? Especially if we're going to look at density, which is another field. So I think we're going to have an RCI, a residential, commercial, industrial field, and then we're also going to have a field for, excuse me, for density. The thing is with density is that for yeah, there should be two traits. One, it should be city level should be a multiplier of density. So the bigger the city, the higher the city level, the higher the density will go up. Um, However, I think, you tend to have large shopping centers if you have high density commercial. If you have large shopping centers, they will be the hubs. So the density map could be the same as the um, RCI map. It could be very, very similar. So maybe what I'll do is I will take a RCI, maybe I'll take the RCI map and then should I just do a power function for the density? I don't know. Do I want to do a power function? Like what kind of cities am I envisioning, right? Um, Over here, I don't know. No, I don't think I do want a power function because if it is a city, I want all of this space to be more residential, right? Or more dense residential. The bigger the shopping center, the more or ironworks or whatever what have you, the more people that need to work it. And so if anything, I should have like, so let's say if I have a 1 and a -1 over here, and then we have a gradient between these two. In a low density or lower level city, you can have a shopping center and here, and then everything in between. I think I can use the same map. I just have to redefine the delimiters for it. I think that's all I need to do is redefine the delimiters. Um, so like, so at, I don't know, 0.5 to -0.5, you're gonna have mostly residential stuff between these two numbers, right? But then at a higher density map, you'd have 0.5 being high density and then 0.3 being lower density or something like that, or medium density, and then 0 being low density. And so you can build buildings according to this map still. But then at a higher level city, you'd have like 0.3 be all the way to 0.3 being a high density, and then 0 being medium density or something like that. It just raises the level of all of these. So yeah, I'll probably use the same map. So RCI will be the map for both the determination of whether or not it's residential, commercial, or industrial, and then also it's going to be the determinant in um, the level or the density of the buildings. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to 150. I have no idea actually besides this, so that's okay though. Um, right now this, yeah, I don't know what to do with all this now because I still want the city block. I still want all of this stuff to be good, to be here. Um, uh, I don't want to copy paste all this 3 times, you know? Maybe maybe I should have it on the inside. Not necessarily, because I don't always want to have just these three. Some I might want to have, now that I have like larger blocks as well. So like right now I only have a 1/9 of this block being the largest prefab you can have. But when I have an industry, if I have a giant ironworks, right, the main industry and commercial uh, produce of this city is that they make fantastic armors and weapons, then this metalworks might be like 4 of these blocks or like 5 of these blocks. And I can make a prefab specifically that covers these 5 and then fill in this with like other industry stuff. Um, so I don't necessarily want it to be these 3 different block types. This, 1/9 to 1. Is that really 180 first? No, it's 4 times that, of course. 136. 136 blocks. Uh, spaces. I kind of want to do something different. So I will have to make some adjustments here. Oh yeah, let me check on the file size now. 382 megabytes. It's still the same, huh? In fact, it went up. What? I cleared the world, deleted the chunks, and the file grew. How is that possible? Interesting. That's interesting. All right. We're not gonna look at this for now. That's kind of annoying. I thought clearing the chunks would lower the file size. All right, I have like 2 hours. Come on, let's do this. Um, there might be a way I can still reuse a lot of this though. Yeah, I could probably still reuse a lot of this. I just need to now change it depending on what I want to what I'm gonna build. All right. So we will have this thing here. So we're gonna have like 3 delimiters probably. Okay. This one will be the residential one, even though this also will change depending on what I want to do because I want to mix it up, right? Like this, having just residential everywhere, I don't think it's going to be very appealing. And you're gonna want, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I can make it whatever I want, right? I don't have to be that strict. I can have in my residential prefab, um, my prefab weights, I can just throw in a few taverns or other things like that. So we'll just do this from, nope, 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 this is the prop. We're gonna go from what we wanted, zero point 0.5 to negative zero point 0.5, I think. Negative zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.5 is what we'll do for now. We'll just see how that looks. Okay. And then down in here, we're gonna change it now. We're going to say, uh, let's keep it as 1 being industry and -1 being commercial because I like that viewpoint where commercial is the consumer side, so it's negative, while industry is the producer side, so it's positive. Um, so yeah, this needs to be way down here now because it could have its own very large set of prefabs and what have you. Uh, Although I'm going to be reusing this now. I should be able to reuse a lot of this. So the range, we'll do industry first. So from 0.5 to 1. And then we'll do, so this is from the city blocks. This is from the middle. So I guess here, I'll add a bit more later. For now, I'm just going to do very basic stuff. I'll probably even reuse all of these city block types because I want to have industry now probably be based off of a separate. You know what? Let's do it anyway. Well, let's just do it all because if I have to do it later, I might as well do it now. Prop. So we're going to do another density selector prop. And this density selector prop is going to now be determining what kind of industry that city has a lot of, right? A lot of cities tend to specialize in something. So this density field is going to be another simplex. We're going to change this one now too. This is going to be the RCI density. So we're going to copy paste that to RCI density. This one is going to now be industry type. Industry type. And we're going to copy paste that there. Industry type. I want this to be on a very large scale. It's okay if 2 cities have different industries, 2 competing industries. Like that would actually be cool, especially with the larger cities, if they have multiple industries. So I want them to overlap, but I also want them to kind of specialize too. I want some of them to feel like they only do this thing. However, this is not going to work, huh? Because, all right, so let's draw it out, right? Here's what I'm seeing. A simplex field is going to have a bunch of ones, negative ones, ones, and negative ones all around here, right? And there are going to be zeros in between them. I have no idea how this is gonna look. Let's just do that. It's probably gonna be more like this actually. Anyway, doesn't really matter. And if you have a city, that means you're gonna have bands. So if you have a city here and a city here and city here, and let's say I have like from 0 to 0.5, it's gonna be mostly lumber. That means all of these cities are gonna be lumber. And then you're gonna have like cities that are just iron. Cities that are lumber. It's gonna happen in bands, right? According to these field lines, which I don't think is gonna be very nice looking. I want it to be more randomized. In fact, I would like it to be completely based um, off of the world map, the terrain of the world map. Like if there's a big forest there, then actually having three of these cities all be lumber is great because they have a giant forest next to them. So I would like to have that be the case in the future. That's actually going to need that will need to be worked with closely with the world gen itself. So if this is an independent mod and people just want to throw it into their world, it's going to have to look for, it's going to have to work for any world type. Um, and if I use things like checking for forests nearby, the only way to do that really is probably looking at the biome name itself. Be like, if there is a biome name, if the name of the biome nearby is called a forest, then I'm going to be a city that focuses on lumber. Um, if, for example, there is no forests or they don't name any of their biomes forests, I have no way to indicate that lots of trees will be growing there. I won't have any idea if it could be a lumber city. In which case, random is probably the best way to go. Be pretty funny though if in the desert there's a bunch of lumber for lumber cities, but hey, we're gonna just not worry about that now. I think random is the way to go for a um very general mod. But yeah, again, I don't like how it will be working in bands. Like the bands aren't good. I want to have kind of like I want hubs where all of them are like these could be hubs. So like all of these areas around it can be the same type. Um, that's fine. But this looks like a position field to me. I don't. It's not gonna be a position field though. Um, it'll be a dense. It'll just be a regular density field, simplex. I just need to figure out how to change it from like just having one. So like if all these are ones, they have to be the same thing. I now need to make it like 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then make these peaks. So I need to have a bunch of peaks, but the peaks have to be of varying degrees. But I want them equally distributed, right? So the peaks all need to be relatively, they have to happen in the same number, but I also want them to be different when I look at that number. So that is difficult. How am I going to do this? Um, let's see. I mean, I don't know if this is true, so I'm going to have to probably ask um, it, an AI. I don't know. Maybe I can ask it to make a simulation for me. Claude is very, very capable right now. So I could probably ask it to make a simulation to see if this works out statistically to be the same. But maybe I can have a simplex, like several simplexes, right? Where a one in this simplex or so you have like, some couple simplexes. So you have like simplex, we'll do sim 1, sim 2. Okay. And then in sim1, if, oh, no, 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 no. How do I want to draw this? Basically, I'm going to make a coordinate on this on on two simplex fields. So I'm going to have like 1 1 1 -1 -1 -1 and then -1 -1. Okay. And then this will be sim1 sim2. So sim1 like can be like this number, and then sim2 can be this number. Okay. And this can determine if what kind of thing it is. If this is lumber, I can't type because I'm on a mouse on paint. Lumber, steel, what have you. That whatever industry it should have. There'll probably be like four. It needs to be more than four. So I'll probably have to have three simplexes, and do 8 different fields. That sounds good. That sounds good. Eight. That's a lot to start though. I need to make prefabs for every one of these industries. So maybe four is good enough for now. And now I know how to expand it. I can do, I can easily expand it. Steel, and then we can do like clothing industry, and then lumber, steel, clothing. I don't know what else could we have. Um, um, what other industry is very important? A stone works, bricks and stone, right? Sure. That is really important. That's what all of the buildings are made of. I feel like should be just included in almost every city. Nobody should be dragging bricks from city to city like that. That would be insane. So maybe I should have brickworks in every city. Um, include brickworks in every city. Except how am I going to do that? I can't guarantee something. Oh no. Wow. How am I going to do brickworks then? Well, nobody's probably taking this more seriously than I am. So maybe no one will even notice if the city has a breakworks or not. Anyway, um, so yeah, let's do it like this. And I will ask Claude right now too if I can. Um, hopefully I don't have too many. I don't think I have a. Yeah, I'll do a new chat. Yeah, I don't like that. It's okay. There we go. Well, doesn't matter. 1 week left for 2x more usage outside hours. Wow, they have like so many restrictions on their use because they are literally probably the most used uh um AI right now. Anyway, I need help with my mod again. I think they have included memories now. Um I just maybe you already know the answer to this. If not, maybe you can make a simulation to test it. I was wondering if using maybe I should just detail out what I want to do. I want to um I want to have multiple peaks in a what? Simplex field be different numbers. What I What I mean by that is above is I want is what I mean by that is I want to use a simplex field to determine a city's industry, but there are lots of types of industries. However, I want to have the industries be equally distributed over a large space. In my head, I'm visualizing a field with lots of peaks, which determines the industry. But a simplex can only, but a simplex only has peaks, two peaks, -1 and 1. Can I just use multiple simplex fields and use them as a coordinate grid? Use them as a coordinate and use them as coordinate points? A coordinate plane? Coordinate plane. So one simplex determines the x value and the other is the y value. Will this create an equal distribution across the field? Of industries. Okay, let's see if that works. Oh. The answer is yes. Using two simplex field XY coordinates to index an industry to lookup table will work and roughly distribute industries evenly, but it's not perfectly uniform. You should know why. Here's the core issue. Simplex noise isn't uniformly distributed between -1 and 1. Its values cluster around 0 and thin out to near extremities. So when you use two simplex fields, the coordinates pairs form a roughly coordinate a circular blob centered at 0, 0. The corners of your industry grid will be starved of coverage. $5,000 sample points? Like, that seems like it's gonna be crazy. I love that they can just make models now for you. The key thing to see in the scatter plot on the left, I don't see the scatter plot, a quarter pairs circular blob, not a filled square. I feel like sample points need to be lowered a lot. It's probably gonna be okay. What if I was thinking of using a range anyway? Anyway, I can spell. So all points. So, for example, greater than 0 would be steel. Greater than 0, less than 0 would be lumber. Less than 0 would be would be, I don't know, clothing. Would this be equally distributed? That's exactly what this simulation is already doing. The grid divisions are splitting the zeros across a 2 by 2 grid, and the sim is precisely your 4 quadrants. The answer is pretty close, but not perfectly equal. The 4 quadrants will each get roughly 25%, but the variance isn't zero. Here's why. Oh yeah. Splitting there is actually best possible threshold. You're getting exactly at the meaning of each field, better than the same line. You have to make 9 equal industries with this point. I can't even see the thing. I can't see the simulation. I'm not sure if it's working. But if it is just laggy. Yeah, that would be good, yes. To rebuild it lighter. Oh, there we go. The noise scale, meaning this noise scale, yeah? Okay. Okay. So if the noise scale needs to be low for this to actually work, then so if the noise scale needs to be low for this to and this will only be worse if I have more complexes. I can't, why would it be worse? I mean, okay. Or this cellular noise is a much cleaner fit. How can I do cellular noise though? Because all the no, the what is it called? You scatter seed points, one per industry, repeated across the map. Oh, I see. I see. That that could work. How can I do it randomly though, you know? So if I do um the problem with that is there wouldn't be any industries next to each other. Well, I guess if you do have a very large what's it called? A very large where is it called? What is it called? It's called jitter. The jitter. So position cell noise density. All right, if you do a jitter and create a magnitude of like zero point 0.4, you could end up with some positions being close to each other. Um, do I want to do this? Yeah, I guess this would be better, huh? Because I just realized the return type too. I can just return this thing. Uh, I mean, no, does that work though? So how would I do this as a density field, right? All right. Um, Basically, I would want to create a bunch of fields, like four, as many industries as I want. So I would make a field like this, right? Let's increase the size of this. Black, right? Let's say I have an industry, and then you have more industries and more industries, and you can just have, whatever colors you want, or however many industries you want, distributed over across that field. Um, I kind of filled in the spaces though, but with the jitter, you could end up with like a green right here next to another green, and that's fine. Like that's kind of what I want. Um, I don't want it to be equally distributed, like a Poisson disk, I think is what it's called. I do want some closeness in some of these points, but then I can create a density field where like everything around here is this color or like, 3, and I just return 3 and it will just know, right? And then anything around here, it'll just return um that number, that color. 1, 2, 3, 4, or something like that. Okay? That is good, but how do I know which set of points it is? So I can easily make these points. Like this is no problem at all. I just create um a set of points with certain seeds, right? There's a seed right there, and you just create a bunch of different points with different seeds. And then you union them all together. But once I union them from here, how do I determine which set it originally came from? Yeah. If I do it in the case of like making a density field first, what that's going to happen is that this is going to create a density field so that like all of these basically are all the yellow field will be all yellow. Everywhere will just be the same color. And then how do I apply that so that you get these differences? You know, that the green and the yellow collide at a point. How do I do that? I can't possibly add those together. So if I do a return type and I just do cell value type, the density I can't do a sum, I would need to do a mix, I think. I can do a mix. And the mix will be a bunch of position noises. Dude, that could work. That might work. All right, let's see if we can do this. So I'm going to also make this into the world gen because I want to see if this is even going to work. We'll do the distance here. This will be cool if it does. We're going to do a jitter. We're going to do, should I do a separate jitter for all the points? We will just do a 0.2 jitter and see how, let's see how it works first. And then we're going to do a triangular ones, and they all need to be scaled up, right? Scale. And then it'll be a union of all these. Okay. So scalar of like, I don't know. Well, just to test it, because I want to test it first, let's do 10, 10, and 1. Okay. We're gonna do 10, 10, and 1. And then we're going to make, or there's no seed for these, huh? These scalars. There's no seed for the triangular positions too. How am I gonna do this? So I think we'll need to do a jitter on each one. And then union them all up. So that way we can do a seed of like, we'll do A. And then also let's increase this to like 70 now. Okay. And then we're going to do, if this actually works, then I want to have these as the position, lumber positions. I should put an underscore here. Okay. Copy, paste, paste, and paste. All right, and then we're gonna just line all these up. We need to export them differently though. So line, we'll do clothing. Why not? And then this export will be in food, orchards and whatnot. Sure. And then we'll need different seeds for all of them. So what I'm imagining is that without a jitter, they're all going to be, placed on top of each other like this. All right, they're all going to be doing the same coordinates every single time. But then with a jitter and them all having a different seed, some will move up and to the right, or so up, and some will move, to the right. Some might go there, some might go there. But the jitter probably needs to be much larger because I need it. I think 0.5 is the biggest. 0.5 is what we want, I think. 0.5, I think, means that between 2 points, like, it's half the distance between them. So, for example, if you have 2 points here, a jitter of 0.1 means it will go out 0.1 from the spot, and 0.2 will be going out further, and 0.5 is halfway. So it can be anything from halfway to the next point. And if this is also have the same jitter of 0.5, they can end up next to each other. They can end up really far away if they both go in opposite directions. All right, so the jitter is the percentage of the distance between 2 points. So half is good because then hopefully if I have, points here, 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 and we're doing, blue, 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 then this will end up in a random space between these 2 points, which could be like here. This one will end up in a random space. This will end up in a random space between these 2 points, which can be here. This one can be in a random space, which could be here. This one is like could be here, and then this one can be like there and there. And then if we erase these, like that looks pretty decent. Like I'm okay with this. Oh, so let's try it. So this will be the position. This is the position field now. Now, what I need to do is actually do a mixed density of all of these cell position fields. So this needs to go up to like 70, 50. I don't think it really matters, does it? So now we're going to also have another bunch of cell position noises. Or like, yeah, it has to be, oh wait. What if the cell noise or the max distance is just less than this number? Then I won't need to create. Oh no, 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 I still do. I still do. Yeah, I still do. Because I need to know whether, which position field it's from. No, I think that will be fine. So if I do this, let's just like copy paste this, right? And this one is just going to be only this field, okay? And I scale this down to back down to like 40 though. And I just do a cell value and I return a constant density of like 1, right? And then I just copy paste this 4 times for every density field I want. Oh no! Okay. And then I just say, all right, we'll do 1 and we'll do 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do lumber positions. We're going to do iron positions, clothing positions, and food. Okay, food positions. Okay, change the densities, change those. Everything else should be fine. Let's again make these, let's make these even smaller to 20. Okay, now we can do a sum of them. Which of course we need to do y override. Okay. Now this right here should give us a similar effect. The only problem is if these are too close to each other, right? So if 2 points, they have a max distance of 20, right? So we have, let's say, let's go back to our paint. Let's say this max distance, because we have lots of points now. So if this one gets placed right here, and we do a max here, or or not max, if we do a distance of 20 right here and a distance of 20 here, they might overlap. And this part where they overlap, they're going to add to each other. So this is going to be like 2 and 4, and it'll be 6. And now that's going to be out of bounds for our range, and that's not good. So we need to make sure this max distance is going to be small enough where it won't overlap with this. So that's the only difficult thing here. Um, I'm not sure how to overdo that. That's why I was trying to put it in a single position field or a single position cell noise density function, is because then these overlaps wouldn't happen. They'd be taken care of. Um, all these seeds are wrong though. So this says B, C, and D. I mean, it's very likely they're going to overlap. Very likely. Maybe I can do this now and just put it into another position cell noise density. Let's do that. I don't think it just seems like it won't be as clean. If I just do this, which is a return type, a density return type, no, not density, a cell value return type, right? And the cell value is going to be um, the density of all of, see, what's going to be the density value of these? Uh, it has to be a mix, right? um, I think it has to be a mix. If I do a mix though, oh wait. Oh, how is this gonna work? Okay. I think No. No, 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 this won't work. How do I do this? Um, how do I check which cell I'm in? I have a bunch of position fields. If I have a bunch of position fields, um, I could just add them all up and do a position cell noise density where I return the cell value type, and this type, it's going to be hmm, how do I know which set of positions it's closest to? Oops. I wanted my paint actually. Because if I'm right here, I'm it's just like it's just the exact cell noise density as you would with one set of points, but you're dividing it into lots of sets of points, right? I do a cell noise density with all the positions added up, and then I just do a cell value type. What what am I looking for? What am I looking at? I want to know which set of positions I'm nearest to. That I set a set of positions. If I make a field of positions and then create the density field to know the distance to each of those points, I know which one I'm in. So hmm, I really don't know how I should implement this. Taking a couple simplex fields seems like it might be easier. All right. Do I need Yeah, I'm a little stuck here on how to implement this, which is a little, it stinks. I mean, I was hoping to be able to get this done. I really need to start making assets too. We essentially accomplished nothing today so far. I mean, lots of thought has been put into this, so that's good. Hopefully next time we can just keep going. I want to still do this for an hour though. I have one more hour. We can't waste time. I'm just unsure of how to implement this because I feel like I'm wasting time right now. Adjust city size for city levels. Maybe we can just tackle this for now. Um, so we'll come back to this in a different time, different day. City sizes and city levels. Luckily, that one does work, or the density nodes do work here. So let's go to city, POI density. All right, the density workspace, so that's good. All right, now this is also one that we need to re-look at, I think. Oh, and I don't have that one thing too. Let's open it up, or let's just get a new one out. I'm going to need the city levels. Which is right here, right? Copy and paste. Okay. So here's the city levels. This is something that I was trying to do, I think. I don't know if we were doing it together, I forget, or if I was doing it by myself. But I just remember, that there is an issue here. Um, I want to kind of re-look at how I am doing the city sizes. And then, or how this is done. I want to look at this, how this is done. Because, so at its heart, I want a field that kind of looks like this for city level, right? And so I've been doing this for so long, I hope that I'm able to like get done or get, what's the right word? I want to be able to do this. What's in my head out onto the world. And I think this kind of works because when you multiply by the city distance, right? Oops, keep doing that. So this right here is just the city distance, of course. The further away you go from the city center, if this is the city center, the lower it is, okay? And then I'm multiplying it with a field that looks like that, right? Yeah, I'm multiplying it with the thing that looks like that. So, come on, where's my picture? If I were to do this, if I just multiply these together, yeah, this might be end up as a 0 point, and so this could be at 0, and then we will have a large number multiplied by 1, so it can look like this. And then as this goes to 0 and we move across here, this will peak and it will go down as this goes down until we get down to 0 again. And then the peaks here line up, so it goes up and down again. So it can look like this, okay? And then as soon as this hits 0, it doesn't matter what's over here, it's going to be multiplied by 0, so it goes off to 0. So that's fine. What I'm also doing though is mixing them together, which I think is a simple like proportional adding. So as it gets closer to here, it's going to take this, most of this. And so this actually doesn't happen at all. It'll be mostly this density. So it actually will go up here, start at the top, and then again, we're proportionally adding them on. So this might actually dip off pretty fast because now we're adding on a low number. So it might go down. Um, but as we get to like half and half, it will be actually, since this is at a 1, it will be almost the same. So it will kind of like go taper off and then go up until these points hit, and then it will go down. And it won't go down to 0 though, because it's still adding some of this. So it will probably go like down to here, and then it'll go back up for this last part. So that is what I have actually. I think I do have something that looks just like what I want. Now, I need to like just extend this out. I want to make this part longer, this base longer. The base longer, though, is going to be hard because if I'm multiplying by this city distance, then anything past 700 is going to be too small. So what I could do is take this as another gauge for another mix. Not a mix either. Yes, a mix. And I'm going to have to adjust all these numbers. So we can do that over the next things. First, let's see if that will be too much, right? If this is going to really hurt. Why do I have a reverse? I have a reverse for this. And then we don't. I think it was because I was already trying to add it to this thing and I wasn't sure how to do it. All right, but when we get to here, this curve mapper, we have this thing. And we're not anchoring it in the first place, so this should, yeah, so that will be fine as is. This doesn't need to change. This anchor, though, will be useful for this. So we're going to do this mix. Well, on top of this mix, we're going to add in another mix, which is just this thing 3 times, but with this number adjusted. And actually maybe this number adjusted as well. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Okay. Is that all? I don't, I think I have more. I have a 3, 2, 1. Actually, I don't need to copy paste this at all. Yes, I do. What am I doing? I just need to change these imported densities. City, level 3 city, I guess I can say, or yeah. Level 3 city distance. Or rather, this is the current level 1 city, so I don't know if this is too big or too small. I feel like this is at least a medium-sized city. So if we do level 3, let's go out to 1,000 at least. And we'll see if we even need it even bigger. And then we'll do level 3 city, level 3 city. Excuse me. And I wonder if I need to change any of these numbers here as well to get a good variation of stuff. And then we'll do level 2 city here. Copy, paste, paste, and that's the 700. And oh my goodness, I wonder if there is a way to encode the information here, because I need to know which level it is to city level for the walls. Yeah, that's okay. We're just going to export this as city level, and hopefully we can import it later. I wonder if I'll need to cache this then. We can try. We'll see if that helps at all. Cache. Because I'll need to find out the city level for prefabs as well. And then we'll have city level 2 and then city level 1. I guess I should have. Dang it. All right. Copy and paste, paste. And this will actually be smaller at like 500. All right, and now we have a multi-mix. And the inputs will be all of these. With this being the gauge. Okay, so if you're within one of these borders, so we're going to need to change the scaling for all this as well. The scale now needs to be like, oh no, yeah, max distance. Okay, yeah, I got it. I got it. City positions. City positions, is that here? Oh no, no, city positions are here as well. Okay, so cell noise is 1,000 right now. We're gonna have to change that though to test the sizes. Um, we're doing a multi-mix with the keys. Do we need keys? This is just cell. This is a cell range too. I think that's fine because I don't need to know anything else other than the range. You know, the city level I'll use for the prefabs, so I'll need to be able to call it out later. But for what's happening here, this is literally just the distance. And the density values too, of course. Um, but but I do want to change it, don't I? Because if this is a 1, that will give me 10, and I don't want keeps for 10, huh? No, but I do want public buildings. I do want public, like a city hall or something, or some other. If we're working with kingdoms and feudalism, then you're gonna have, I don't know, a baron for a certain place. So it maybe not be a giant keep for them, but it will be a large building. Yeah, I'll keep this level system in place, and then city level is going to be called a bit to determine what kind of prefab is going to be placed there. So yeah, I'm going to need that cached because I don't want to be calling all this all the time. So we have our level 1, 2, 3 densities. Okay, and then our keys. I don't think I need a key though. This is the density. This is multi-mix. I don't actually want to mix them at all. I want to have only this one, only this one, only this one, depending on what this says. If this says 3, do this one. Inputs are talked down. The key lets you pin the different inputs to gauge values. Yes, for the gauge and values approaches the key value. It approaches. We're not going to approach it because it's going to be precise and exact. So the key value. So density index. I'm assuming this is the density no wait, the index. Density index is probably these then. Wow, which one is which? Gauge values, where the gauge's input value approaches a key value. The input reference by the key is stronger in the final result. The value density index. Density index. Is this the index? 0, 1, 2? An index. It's assigned an index. So I'm assuming it's 0, 1, and then 2. And then it's going to be 3 and 2 and 1, right? So if this is level 3, or level 3 is what we want, that is the capital cities, and then 2 and then 1. And I'm not going to worry about 0 for now. 0 are villages. So, well, I guess we can do that, but we don't have a thing for that yet. Okay, we can add that though. Yeah, we can add that, sure. Level 0 is considered a village. And they will have an even smaller thing at like 300. And that's fine. Okay, and the key here is 0 is 1. No. 3 is 1, 2, and then 3. Key index is 3, yes. Okay. Okay. All right, so the distance here is 1,000 because that's what we're doing, is we're doing 1,000s for the city positions. We're gonna have to increase this though now to like, let's do 1,500. Just to see if we can get different, 2,000 probably. No, I'm changing it back to 1,500 because most, when I was experimenting with these right here, most of the numbers will fall within the level 1 city range. The level 2 city and level 3 cities will be rarer. And I want to check just to make sure all the sizes are right. The scale is going to be, we're going to need to increase the scale now of this by a lot. Do I need to increase? I do. I think I do. I just don't know how much. Is it the size of the cities that I want? Is it the distance between the positions of the cities? I can try, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's hope it doesn't break. This changed a lot. Oh, it did break. What happened? Wait, where was the error though? Where's, do I have a log still? Do I have the log up? Log. Nope, log's not here. Saves logs. LCK. I don't want to open the LCK file. What is this correct? I'm assuming, yeah, it's correct. Okay. It is having city POI density. Failed to validate asset. ID city POI density. Path here, key, inputs, return type. Fail more than 1 point with a 0.3 value. Oh, I see. Out. Oh, the in right here. Okay. So this needs to change, correct? It needs to change to, we're doing positives, so it needs to change to 299. 2999. Okay. Save. Yes, we're good. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens now when we travel. We're just gonna go ahead and go straight south. We'll keep the map open. I wish I could see more of the map. We should immediately notice that everything's further apart. Okay. It is in a triangle configure set of points, triangular set of points. So I need to make sure that um, that I go at a roughly 60-degree angles. I think. Look at that. It's a tiny thing. Why does it have a keep though? Oh, that's because it's set. All right, so this is a small one. So that seemed to work. A small city. Um, some of these are really empty though. I'll need to adjust this somehow. Because when it's this small, this is very jarring. All right, like this needs to have stuff in it. I mean, all these walls are going to be gone too, because this is like a city level 1. All right, but good, we got city level 1. And then let's just head in back in this direction in the southeast. But I need to go at roughly a 60-degree angle, which is probably like that. So like that curve maybe. All right, let's go more south than east. Okay, let's stop here. Wait for it to load. we go. Another small city. I mean, like I said, like I want to say almost half of all the cities are going to be small now. So this is going to be what players see most often. I need to make sure these look way better than they do right now. All right. So let's see if we can just go straight to the side. Maybe 1500 was too far apart for testing. I just wanted to see if I get a large city that is going to, wow, yeah, there's only one block there. Oh wait, this is probably a village as well. That's a village, I bet. So villages are really, really, really tiny. I just left them there though because I wanted to see, I wanted to test it. It's gonna take a while, I think, before we find a large metropolis like city. Oh, what is this back? Here we go. This is a capital. This has to be a capital city, right? All right. This is way bigger than the other ones. And I like the size of this city. I think this is a good capital city. We can probably make a lot of cool stuff for this city. Again, we'll have to figure out a way to include some of these spots or allow them to be, you know, maybe not the whole cell is broken. I mean, I'm only including cells that are within the range. So like all of these are, what is that one though, I wonder? Yeah, I'll need to look into all of this. This may be a good place to try to adjust, make my adjustments to. So I found a capital city that's really good. 43 and 3. Okay. I might even want to write this down because they're so rare. Um, it'd be good to have when making this. All right, so let's go all the way up and see how far this city goes. Yeah, we have buildings way out there still. All right, that's that one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So even when I'm at, no, I'm only at 500. Let's keep going. Come on, load up. We're at 720 now out of 760. So you can see just about this entire city at a 700 view range, which is pretty cool. I don't know why all of these are blank. That worries me a lot. What is saying to not build there? File, open, test. Oh wait, I already have the test open, dang it. Oh well. So my props, I'm using oh, you know what? This is maybe why I changed some stuff, right? Yeah, this is zero. Okay, okay, that's why I made this thing without actually adding on my industries yet. So these are probably industries. I wonder if that's what was happening with the other stuff too. Wait, where's my map? My map. I wonder if some of these are also the industries. So let's get that up. Let's see if there's anything that's happening there that I'm missing. Let's see, density. Oh, that's because I wanted different density types. We're just going to create a quick locator and quick prop, cuboid prop. All right, and the pattern is going to be an imported pattern, an imported scanner. The building check. I wonder, building check. The floor pattern is as big as this is for the purple one, huh? I see. I don't, the imported pattern, I wonder if I've imported other patterns incorrectly with these ground check. Did I import a ground check correctly? Oh, that was this one. Okay, okay. Which is only looking at the one block down. It's not doing a huge foundation check, which is what I have with the other one. That's fine. All right, let's keep going. So we're gonna do a building check here too, that's fine. And we'll do a ground check. Just place stuff down. Cuboid, this is still the 99 by 90 thing, so I wonder. Yeah, we can just do a 90 by 90 thing, or 45, so it's 45 by 45, right? Point A is minus 45 to, oh, see 0, this is minus 45. And then here we have positive 45, positive 45, 5. The material is going to be, to separate it out from the other ones and to make it look like industry, we shall do bronze, metal bronze. Cool. So all industry sections will be that now, and all commercial ones can be exactly the same here, but the range is going to be 1 to negative 0.5. I'm sorry, negative 1 to negative 0.5. And then we just have ground check that. And then this one, though, will be, I wonder what we can use for our, to indicate that it is a shop. Wood, light wood, ornate. That's light wood, is it? like wood lowercase. All right. And we're going to do a very large viewport for this because this is a very large city. So viewport dash dash radius, I don't know, 10. Might not even be big enough for 10. I have no idea. Let's find out. Industry. Interesting. How is the commercial right here next to it when it's literally should be on the opposite side? That means these are not big enough. This 150 is way too small. Okay. Yeah. And that's all it goes out to. So all of those are getting filled up. But I need this to be so much more varied. I mean, not so much more varied. I need this to be so much more bigger. Let's do like 500. All this is going to change now too, all of the houses as well. Should. Come on. Are you not changing at all? There we go. All right, we loaded up almost. So here we have a massive commercial district. And a massive industrial complex. With commercial kind of close to it. I mean, I guess that's not bad. That's not bad. We mentioned before that sometimes that will happen. That will kind of make sense because people are not going to want to haul the goods so far away from the industry. Okay, so this is okay, I think. And as I've mentioned before, with these cell values, right? Well, this is for the whole block now. I think I need to readjust these numbers or readjust the positioning or how they're being excluded. City positions and the city POI. City POI, where is that? I think that is within the other one, yeah? I don't want the model editor. Open density, city POI density. Yeah, city POI is 100 by 100 blocks. Oh. But I can check. So when I go in here, I can just scan it, right? Maybe I can't because it's returning as a cell type. So what I want actually is the city positions. I might want this curve mapper inside here. So I think that is true. Um, let's first get rid of it here and see if any changes happen at all. So we're gonna move this. We're gonna actually put it way over here, right after the anchor density. And what this will do is that it's going to now return. It's just going to create a step function for these guys. So instead of having a curve, a smooth curve like this, it's going to now go like this. Right, however, I have like 10 steps, you know, whatever the steps are. This is probably too many, but 1, 2, 3, yeah, whatever. But it'll create a step curve downward. Um, and then yeah, as it gets to 0, it should still go to 0, so that's good. Um, so that's fine. I think this is what we want to do. And we want it outside of the anchor. And this cell value is going to be the city positions. Oh no, that's the density return type. Oh, but it's still doing the cell value here, the POI. Um, I think I still want that to be 100 by 100 grid. Because I feel like you can see from here, oh no, it still has some pretty rough road ends, huh? I feel like I can include like this, right? Oh no, 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 0.05. I think 0.05 should be fine because 0, I just want to get it all the way up to 0. I mean, I want the city positions to go to 0. After 0, it should be empty. Do I want to do it by 100 by 100 again? I do want to do city blocks. I really probably should call these city blocks. City block positions. Can you imagine having an outer wall for this one too? That'd be crazy. Which is what I'm going to do. So it kind of is crazy. For capital cities, they'll have an inner and outer wall. Okay, so oh yeah, that's right. But I think it's okay because I changed. I was thinking of something just now that I changed this to only go from 0 to 0.3. That's right. So that does seem to work okay. Um, but yeah, I think let's see if this works. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't like it. Oh, what? So what messed up? Um, the density range. It's gonna be a number between 10 or it's 1 and 10 now, and it's going to give that density for all 100 blocks. Um, oh, you know why? Because when I get this, it's between this. Yeah, so we want 1 and 10 now. And it's actually like 10.1 because this is non-inclusive. We're gonna redo that. Should be coming back now though. And it should like put everything back to being the same. Yeah, there's that too. The walls. Oh no, the walls are different now too. I have to go redo the walls. Which actually probably works out now that I can, label them specific numbers. But all of these, yeah, it came back exactly the same. Nothing's changed. But now I have access to individual um, yeah, I have access to individual parts of the city position map. Like it's discrete now instead of continuous, so I can go on my city positions field. I can look this up and I can say, all right, at this block, if you slide it over, I don't know. So like all the ones, see, I can't mask them out though. This is, yeah. Um, what was the purpose or what was helpful about that? What was I trying to do? I don't even remember now why I moved that there. I wanted to slide it, but why would I want to slide it? Or do I have more individual control over the blocks now? So when I check, this is commercial right here, right? And so it's labeling all this as commercial. But maybe next to it, it's actually... Oh, but this is just a building level, right? Yeah, all this does is give us the building level. I don't know why I moved that there. Oh, man. I cannot remember what I was doing. And it's making me sad. Because I don't need city level, right? What do I need city level for? Maybe I can do 2 checks here. Ah, I could try that. So I could do a city POI for larger things. Yeah, yeah, okay. That works. That works. I like that. I could just do another field function position specifically on a new set of positions that are all within the city position one. So right now I could do a whole nother set of a whole nother position field that are just the minor blocks, these. I can create a whole nother position field for these and then mask those out if it doesn't get to that. So I'll need to figure out something like that too. A mix somehow. That seems difficult now. I don't know. Oh well, okay. So kind of am okay with this so far. Is there anything that's conflicting? All right, let's see if I can just gather my thoughts before I end it. Oh wow, it is 12:11. I kind of have to go. I didn't realize it was so late. Um, I adjusted the city size for that, so that's done. Done or check. I wonder how if I can add a check mark here. Anyway, so check. Or maybe I should do like this. What? No, I wanted that. Bold X, meaning done. So these two are done. I can't do this yet. I need to think about this more. Um, I'm doing it just a very I kind of actually no, I kind of did this. I'm okay with this. So this is also done. Um, Density fields are also good. So this is actually I'm moving along nicely. Oops. Uh, Shift X. Yeah. But here I need to have I need new fields. I need create fields to determine type of industry. Industry. Yep, that's right. Okay, so actually we are coming along. We're doing well with what we want to do. I might only have to just make a bunch of assets now. Things are moving along. I just after I do the assets though, then it comes down to like really specifying what assets go where. So that will create more of these big branches, big trees of determining what goes where. But yeah, this is good. I'll have to think about what I can do with this too. So smaller villages are I think or if I can try to encode the city level somehow in some way, I could only do constant. I can do points that are just the city level threes, just points that are city level two. Yeah, okay. And then I can do smaller blocks for the smaller levels. Okay. I think that will work. I think I have a kind of a solution for villages and doing these points of interests. Um, Actually, let's try something right now too. Um, I have on the CDPOI a city level, right? Curve. This is the city level. I mean, not curve, density field. So city level is a cell value for that's very large for a giant cell. So, oops. So I need my realm test here. This is going to be this. If I have, I'm going to do a density selector prop where the delimiter is an imported one. The delimiter is 3. City level 3, right? City level 3. So it is going to be city level. I'm importing city level. And it's going to be, the prop is this. Lift this up a little bit. And the range is, I don't know. We'll do 2.5 to 3.5. We'll do that thing. I don't like that so much though, because then we'll just do 3 to 3.1. It makes it a little bit more easy to see which points are being included. So it's 3, city level 3 should have a keep. And then we can change that quite easy. The what's it called? This range to see if it actually disappears or not. So it's staying. This is a good way to determine whether or not it's what city level it is too. So if it's 2, and I save it, this should disappear. Alright, it's taking a lot longer to disappear than I thought. It really should disappear. Maybe I can just, there it goes. Okay. Viewport radius of like 2. So that way I don't have to wait so long. So if it's 3, it should come back. So this isn't officially a city level 3 that I found. That's good. I have figured out that. Oh yeah, let's fix the walls too before I leave. Let's fix the walls. Where are the walls? The walls are up here. They need a check. City positions here. Oh no. 8 to 11. No, no, yeah, okay. Okay, so this is just 1 to 10.1. And then for all of them, 1 to 10.1. And this one too, 1 to 10.1. That should bring back all of the roads and walls. Okay, and as you can see, a radius 2 is not that big. We'll bump this up now to a radius of like 5. There we go, there's our walls, and they are correctly placed and turned. With all of our intersections and roads working. All right. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me, or if you're watching in the future. Think we are doing well. We need to now think of what else needs to be done. Like these two things, adjusting terrain. Oh, adjust terrain for sea level 3 keeps. I see, I see. So what I want to do is that everything on this this level 3 keep, I want to be raised. It needs to be above the city, like I don't know, 10 blocks or something. That would be cool. I don't know if I could do that though. I don't know if it makes sense to now. It might not make sense. It would be cool if we can just find hills to build the keeps on, but whatever. So we'll put this in parentheses of maybe later. And then adjust city to conform to world gen is something I want to do anyway. And this is different than this. This is like building or yeah, raising everything in the walls. So the walls plus what's inside needs to be raised up like 10, 15 blocks. So it's like on top of a hill and you can see it from anywhere in the city. I thought that would look cool for capital cities. It would look kind of silly though if every capital city was like that. It just, you know, part of the terrain generation is this, you raise it up. But conforming to world gen is something I want to do. So all of these blocks need to be moved up and down. Yeah, well, I have to figure this out. Because especially the roads, right? This is what's going to be difficult. I have no idea how to do this. And this is going to be an entirely new adventure for me. So the intersections, I'll probably flatten the land. I'll probably just replace it. And then I do want to have prefabs for other main streets. Like anything that's kind of really flat like this, I could just create a prefab for. But I think there is a way to connect these 2 points through I don't know if it was density or if it was a material. Oh, I forget what it is. Switch of state. Curve, mapper, plane, a shell, cuboid, distance, constant, lamp. Is it a material or a pattern? Strip layer. Patterns. Prop distributions. Props. Pond fiddler. See, I feel like they had one. Maybe it's deprecated now. Yeah. Let me look here at the oh prop 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 cluster prop box prop. No, it's not there. It's not gone. Union orientator or orienter rotator MQ locator. No. Um, it's not prop pattern scanner. Just look at props. Position solenoid biomaterial. Ah, where was it? What was it even called? It was called like bridge or I bet if I look for here, if I look for it on here, I might find it. Um, was it a scanner? Assignment, sandwich field function, block masks, don't place. Sourcing, okay, curves, smooth sum, yeah, okay, density, which I already looked through, but we'll look through again before we go. Constant distance, ellipsoid cube, cuboid axis, plane shell, lamp, angle, scale, terrain? Probably not. Material provider, material patterns, gap. Yes, I think it's a gap. This is what I was thinking. All right, so gap is a pattern. So if you find this pattern in the world, it will place down this thing. I wonder if there's a way to do this effectively because I was thinking, can you find a pattern? Can you create a pattern so that when it finds, so if this position is over here and this position is down here, right? In some kind of position field, can I create like some way to create steps between them or a bridge, right? This is another thing with a bridge. So if I have a river flowing through, um, validates if presented with a gap. In this context, a gap is some sort of space between two anchors. You must define the space's valid material type with the gap pattern parameter and the anchor's valid material types with the anchor pattern parameter. The gap size is measured in blocks and represents the distance between the two anchors. The anchor size is also measured in blocks and represents the size of the wall that is checked when validating the anchors. So yeah, basically, I would need to create some kind of anchor that is easily identifiable. So that is easy to do, I think. Set an anchor roughness higher than 0 allows flat walls to validate as anchors. You should try increasing this value. So I don't know if this is so much, you know, this is just checking to see if there's gaps. This is good for bridges. I want to make bridges as well. But I don't think this will work for creating steps. This is all right. There's a lot to do. A lot to make it look nice. I think if I just create a lot of assets and make the world kind of functional looking, that'll be good enough for the mod, and that could be publishable in a month. So I think from now on I might just start making a bunch of assets to really make this look good. Um, and making all the assets also functional, because right now like some of them are kind of floating, right? This needs to be in the ground. All of this needs to be this block. Like everything needs to be filled up with this thing. Um, the roads here, I can probably do something with. Um, yeah, actually, I might be able to do something with this. Just off of the material provider. That could make it look good without any kind of roads. And then, yeah, I just need to make a bunch of assets for everything. Okay. I think this will come along. I think we'll get it. We'll get it. And we're gonna do well. All right. The next month I'm making assets, I think. So I hope that you all enjoy this. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be working over the weekend. Actually, I have a lot of homework to do too, hopefully, but maybe I'll make a few assets then, and I'll have them available here for you to see. All right.